Hey, welcome back to Matter of Fact. Today we got for y'all like love lock, some of the week 2 recap. That Giants and Cowboys game was just so crazy. We had to spend like an hour just yapping about that. And then Thursday night preview should be an ass beating, but hey man, any given Thursday, big things. But I just traded for Judy for DJ Moore. Thoughts? Um I see. I would keep DJ Moore just because I feel like. Wait, so you got DJ Moore? I just trade you for.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I like it. How are you able? If you don't mind me asking, Z Smitty, how are you able to get off that Judy pack? Because with DJ Moore, I think there's better days ahead for this Bears offense, and if they do make that change out of nowhere, I feel like Tyson Badgett can get it to DJ Moore, so there's upside there. And there's also like some if the Browns keep sputtering around, like we're going to see some different quarterbacks. It might be Dylan Gabriel, it might be Shador. I feel like there's more continuity in the Bears offense, like for the rest of the season. So, and I like DJ Moore as a talent a little bit more, even though Roman Dunze is emerging, seeming like a steal pick if you were to get him in fantasy. But I like it a lot, Z Smitty. Like it a lot. What do you think?
I mean, it's a fine trade. I guess like right now it's whatever you want it to be. Like I couldn't really imagine trading right now because we're only 2 weeks in. So many variables, so many things are going to change here. So Jerry Judy came on pretty decent last year. At the end of the year, he was a nice little steal for some people. And again, like you said, DJ Moore is a talent. So whenever the offense gets fixed, they'll start to show Judy, Addison, Judkins, Wandale, Mixon on IR. Uh, I would let the other kid is just a big Judy guy. Okay.
Oh,
So
he's just a big Judy guy. I feel like
yeah,
low key Judy has a lot, like a pretty big fan base, like just
I
outside of
mean,
Cleveland from the college days. And
yeah, he was balling. He was balling as a freshman at Oklahoma. Alabama. So that'll do it. But no, I mean, you got Herbert, you got Metcalf, Bijan Jacobs. You seem like you got a pretty solid squad. So now that you traded off Judy for DJ Moore, who hopefully, you know, after this first month of the season, by October, their offense starts clicking. I think you got enough.
Hold on. All right, now, yo, Smitty. At that point, you probably could have got like a little bit more for Jerry Judy. This nigga is a huge fan. This nigga probably has a Jerry Judy FC Twitter account. He's like one of those.
That's cool.
He has Judy every year and wanted him. See, that's a good draft strategy. You got somebody that you know this person wants. Like right now, you got Wandell. So I bid for him because he was on the waivers. I put up $11 for him. AJ got him for $12. Beat me out by $1. Can't make this shit up. I'm asking him, yo, what do you want? Kid knows, well, I wouldn't be able to get anything crazy. Okay. All right. Fair enough. But yeah, back to your team. Herbert, Wilson. What Wilson is that? Garrett Wilson, I'm guessing. Metcalf, Bijan, Josh Jacobs, Brock Bowers, Calvin Ridley, Bill, Judy, Addison, Judkins. You took a lot of risk, I see, in your draft. Addison, 3-week suspension. Judkins just signed his contract. Mixon, I don't know. What round did you get Joe Mixon? Because he might not play the rest of the year. We'll see. I hope he does. I hope he's healthy. I probably could have gotten Ramondre too, but I'd have to. Ramondre's coming off a 20-point week, so if he had a weaker week, you might have been able to. But I don't say for Jocelyn. Honestly, with my shoe, I would say I'd rather gamble on Robinson. Facts. That's the problem too, which is why I personally like doing like the package deal trades where I could open up a bench spot with two guys that I'm probably won't be starting anytime soon. But yeah. Anyone else, feel free to put in some fantasy questions, bets, whatever. But yeah, in terms of the games, what games really stood out to you on Sunday? I mean, there's a lot of high scoring games. I'm always super interested in games that I felt like we learned a little something new about a certain team. But I mean, what were you saying?
I mean, I just kind of was just going back and reviewing all the games, not necessarily anything that was like super duper eye opening. I mean, I guess you know a team getting blasted 52-21 is eye opening, but like I just watched a lot of these games, and it's still sloppy football. Seattle, I went and watched that game. I just wanted to see if the defense was like the reason for them pulling it out, and then I went and I watched the Denver Indianapolis game, and I don't know what's good with Denver, but like, and I think you even showed me this a stat too, but I could see it, I could tell watching. It just looked like all Shane Steichen had what's the quarterback Daniel Jones do was just like, all right, look, first read, get it out quick. If it's not there, it's okay. And like, I don't know. Everybody plays the quarterback position differently, but just like I saw him miss a few throws, all this, and then Denver's playing they're in the red zone, and for whatever reason, oh, I know why. It was a play action fake or whatever, but the fake got Jahdae Barron so bad that Jonathan Taylor, the best football player on the field, runs free for a touchdown. So it's just kind of like I don't know.
Bro, yeah, that game was weird. When I was reviewing it, I was like, damn, Pat Surtain's kind of getting cooked by Alec Pierce a little bit. Like, just I don't know. It's like you said, it's that early week shit. But do you feel like the Colts, are you getting like last year's Saints vibe at all, or do you think they're a little bit realer than that? But this is also like their peak, and the shoe has to fall eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Denver just came out sloppy again. Bo Nix didn't have the best game, and then Indianapolis, like I think Shane Steichen's like, all right, at least for right now, I can get away with this. So I'm gonna do it until I need to change. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna go ahead and first read it. All you gotta do is just hit the first read. If it's not there, it's not there. If you missed the throw, you missed the throw. We live to fight another day. Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the NFL. We're going to depend on him, and yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, does that not make you see like why Shane Steichen was kind of good off Anthony Richardson? Because like, bro, we just need you to hit on these first read plays.
So the reason why I was saying in my head, I'm watching that and I'm like, this is what I thought Anthony Richardson would be doing. He's like, it's not like buddy Aaron Daniel Jones is like hitting every single throw. Like Josh Downs was wide open in the end zone. He overthrew him by 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still not the most accurate ball thrower, but at the same time, it's like, well, at least you can get the ball there. And at least you can get the ball to Jonathan Taylor. And if you're sitting here and you're telling me that like he can't make those throws, then it's like, all right, well, maybe he does have the yips. But again, the script that he's doing, the one read, the only throwing it to his first read, like not going to. Yeah, I think Anthony Richardson could do that. I think that's what Jalen Hurts did. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where, all right, if it is really that bad that he just can't hit anything, then okay. But again, it's not like I don't see Daniel Jones doing anything that's like QB1 impressive or something where you would really believe that like, oh yeah, we about to make something shake. Like regardless of what the defense throws at us, like we got it.
I mean, you keep referring to the Anthony Richardson thing as the yips, but like, is it the yips if he was just never accurate, or is that just him?
Well, again, these throws aren't. You don't have to be that accurate to make these throws. You know what I'm saying? Like he's hitting crossing routes. He's hitting screens to Tyler Warren. He's hitting Jonathan Taylor out the backfield. Like, what about those throws? If you're a football player, that's been playing quarterback. Which
I mean, I feel like I saw a lot of that from Anthony Richardson last year. That was a problem, which is he'd hit some like amazing deep ball throws. Like he has a cannon for an arm, and then it'd be some of these easy ass throws in the short intermediate that would fuck him up, and it would be like, damn, you got to get those, and those could be drive killers. If you have a bunch of those during the game, and that's going to
I guess we would have to see like the route tree or whatever if you could pull up the pro because basically what I'm trying to say is there's nothing really outside of like a deep ball. There's nothing more than 5-6 yards past the line of scrimmage.
You talking about for Daniel Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for that. Yo, Zay Smitty, you still in here? We've got live action trade talk trying to get JSN as we speak. Hey man, yo, niggas was trying to get JSN off me, Austin. In my big money league, he was trying to trade me Trey McBride for JSN straight up. Would you have done that?
I mean, they're a similar player. I like them both for the same reason, just PPR merchants.
But would you do it?
Would I do it? I mean, I have Trey McBride. I don't have JSN. But like I'm not trading Trey McBride for JSN.
Oh, so you would rather have Trey McBride?
Yeah, because I'm gonna make it shake somewhere else at wide receiver.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, that's the whole reason why I drafted Trey McBride, because I knew I was gonna make it shake somewhere else at wide receiver.
I feel you. Well, I have Tucker Kraft in that league. So he might be he's not in that Trey McBride, Brock Bowers tier. But shit, I told him, hey, you're gonna have to throw in Khalil Shakir, and then we got a deal. And he was like, nah. And I'm like, okay. Because I went back to the draft recap, and we both got him in the third round, but I was at the top end of the third. It's like, nigga, I could have had Trey McBride. So you got to sweeten the deal. So what? You get to have a player that, you know what I mean? Like, you got to sweeten that deal.
Yeah, see, I don't do deals. I don't do dealings. I'm like, bro,
Hey, listen. I'm gonna find a deal. I'm gonna have a nice Godfather deal for you. An offer you can't refuse.
I'll probably refuse it. I'll probably refuse it. I mean, unless I'm like 1-5 or something crazy like that, like I'm probably just gonna refuse it.
So fantasy wise, though. And we'll get to this later when we get to the betting segment. Like, love, lock. Make sure you like, subscribe, love the tweets on Twitter and all that. But Troy Franklin, are you buying into it? I mean, the only reason why I was like, damn, I kind of want me some Troy Franklin. He went for a lot of fab in the leagues I saw him go for, like $30, $40. I was like, okay, that's extreme. Like,
I got him for free.
You got him for free? Oh, you got him before this week.
No, I got him today for free.
What, in our league?
Yeah.
How did I let that? See, I woke up this morning and see, man, you got him for free. He went for like $35 fab in my big money league.
You gotta remember, if the game wasn't televised and the player isn't that big of a name, there's a small chance that the production might go unnoticed.
Yeah, I feel you, but damn, yo, I thought people were kind of all over. See, that's my issue though. Sometimes I will be thinking like, all right, everyone is in on this guy, and then shit like that happens. You get him for free. I mean, my thing is, Cortland Sutton had a pedestrian game. He had about like 1.5 fantasy. I have him in our league, so I wasn't going to get him there. My plan was to get Alec Iomanner in that league and try to get Wandell in the other league, because I have Neighbors in that league. I have Neighbors and I have Cortland Sutton. And I think somebody – Yeah. So it is what it is with that. Do you think RJ Harvey is going to get more active in this Broncos offense? Or, J.K. Dobbins, he's looking pretty good, man. I mean, I know back in the day when he was with Baltimore, he was riddled with injuries. It was really hard to trust him. But, I mean, I think – didn't he have 1,000 yards with the Chargers last year?
Yeah, he got to 1,000 yards. But, again, like, they're going to – this has always been the script in a way. Like, they're going to trust – they brought J.K. Dobbins in, and it's not like RJ Harvey was a first round pick. You know what I mean? He was drafted in like the 3rd round. So there's probably some things they want to make sure that he has down pat before they really, are giving him a bunch of responsibilities on the football field. And right now, J.K. Dobbins is holding up. He's running strong. It's the beginning of the year, week 2. And you know what I mean? It's just kind of like we're good here. Like, I don't know if the running game is really their offense's issue right now. So
Yeah. I mean, look, I would have your record if it wasn't for the Broncos these first 2 weeks. You're 4-2 when it comes to like, love, lock. I'm 2-4. 2 of those are Broncos by a point, literally. So that shit's annoying. And hey, I gotta reclip that video. What did I say about Jonathan fucking Taylor, man? Top 5 all time. He might be at top 3 by the end of this year. Jonathan Taylor, all time rushing yards per game champion. Now I got people trying to trade me for Jonathan Taylor. He's just not an exciting name. He goes under the radar a bunch. But yeah, man, I mean, this is how I always felt about how I imagined Daniel Jones could really operate in this offense. You got an underrated roster, and the weapons are just, you have weapons galore. I mean, it's like a perfectly constructed offense with Tyler Warren being, I feel like, that missing piece. The way that the Colts have been liking to use tight ends over the years, they just never had that guy. And I mean, you still see Mo Alley Cox out there sometimes, but instead it's not just him and 2 other randoms. So the Texans got to win this game this week against the Jags. The Jags are 1-1. So, and they're 0-2 because this is supposed to be their division. And I don't know, man, with their O-line and some of their weaknesses and some of the play calling from the Texans, this might be the Colts division unless they pull some Saint shit.
Yeah, I think like it's more than like, again, it's the way they're playing, whatever, they pulled it out. You got the win, you earned it. But odds are like this, the way that they're playing offense, they're going to start to pick up on it. Like if me and he's locking in on his first read and that's where the ball's going, like they're going, okay. Like what did Buddy say about Tua? He's like, oh, I just know that like if this is his first read, if we sit on his first read, he can't do anything.
And that one hurts coming from a former player from your team, where it's like, nigga, we know about you. And you know who said that about Daniel Jones his rookie year? Remember?
No, I don't remember what anybody said about Daniel Jones.
Yo, stop hating on Indiana Jones, man. Stop hating on Indiana Jones.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really not trying to hate on Buddy, but it's just like all right.
Well, I'm the Giants fan, so I know all the comments. So it's what Devin Witherspoon said his rookie year about him, and when I think it was a pick 6, but it was like, all right, this is why you were taken 5th overall, and it's like, damn, a rookie kind of diagnosed you like that. So yeah, I mean, the shoe should fall off. You would think it would be against Denver in this defense, but I mean, they were getting cooked this game. I mean, if you have them in fantasy, they got you -5 points, which is why, think about this defense was going as high as the 12th round, bro.
You were asking about that defense, and I was like,
stop playing with me, bro.
You didn't. You never mentioned. You would be like, when would you draft the Denver Broncos defense?
I'd be making conversation. I didn't draft them anywhere.
I mean,
I'm streaming defenses. Come on now.
Yeah, defense. I got Green Bay's defense and I got Seahawks defense. So I guess
Seahawks. Those are 2 powerhouse defenses, but you probably got them in the 15th, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I got them with my very last pick.
All right.
Or actually, no, one of them I just got as a free agent because I picked my team, and then afterwards I went in and I saw what the available defenses were left, and I saw that Green Bay was left. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go ahead and do this.
Yeah, that's what I did for Rams defense. That's been playing well for me, but now they got the Eagles. I went ahead and picked up Falcons defense, which we'll get into that game here in a bit. What's another game that really stood out to you? What?
Philadelphia, Kansas City.
Yeah, we'll do that one. So Eagles, Chiefs last week. Hey, hey man, this nigga Jalen Hurts, they got this nigga in a Mac Jones script, but except when it's like a blizzard outside when he was back with the Patriots. But it's cool. They're 2-0. Chiefs are 0-2, which I'm pissed about because there's a lot of lore with this Sunday night football game between us and the Chiefs, the Giants and the Chiefs. But I think a big takeaway for me in this game is just AJ Brown's temperament's kind of been geeking me because I got another look at what he said after the Super Bowl, and it seemed like a bittersweet victory for him. Like he wasn't really enjoying himself. But once again, when you're winning, like, and he's a vet, once you're winning, you came from the Titans where y'all won a little bit, but they're kind of their management, their front office is a dumpster fire. But yeah, this Chiefs team, they need Xavier Worthy back. Saw today he was limited at practice, but I think he's going to play. I think he's trending towards playing. He's going to put a brace on that joint. You said your man's had to go through a dislocated shoulder, and that shit kind of lingers, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not a broken collarbone, so I think he's good there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many hits he's able to take. How many what the snap count's going to be. Obviously, when you run a 4-2, you dictate coverage, and it's going to be interesting to see if he's an actual like football player or if he's just a decoy, or if like what his snap count is, all of that. So if he does play, I mean, he wanted to get out there last week, so we'll see what it looks like.
You have any other takeaways from this game? Like,
I mean, yeah, like obviously, this is their new brand of football for both of these teams is to just muddy it up. And like Pat Mahomes, I mean, even still, like he has nobody on his squad right now. They really should have won the game. Travis Kelce dropped the ball on the goal line, which he did have a good game. But, it's kind of weird to see him running away from Cooper DeZean, routing him up, and then come back and not be reliable, dropping passes for like, game-winning drives. But yeah, I mean, these teams are trying to get back to the Super Bowl. They don't really care about being flashy. They both know how to win, and that's just kind of what the situation is. Obviously, the push scene all around the world. Again, I would guarantee to bet money that, well, you can't bet on it, but I guarantee you that Philadelphia is going to get a false start. They're going to call a false start this week.
And that's why wait until you see one of my picks. Yeah, there's a lot of shit around it. And now you saw what I was talking about last time when it was like, hey, you see, like they copyright struck down anything that had to do with that sky cam angle. But yeah, so they definitely need Worthy back. I think if they could just, it's all about what's their record at week 7 when Rashee Rice is back, and then their offense could really be gelling. They can't rely on Travis Kelce at this point in his career.
I mean, he's gonna be straight. He's gonna be straight till week 7. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're going, like at the end of the day, they're gonna be 11-win team. Like there's nothing
you think still they're gonna be an 11-win team.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this division.
Yeah. Okay. You split with Chargers. You split with San Diego. The Raiders aren't unbeatable. I mean, I saw Geno Smith play. And then the Broncos are. I mean, the Broncos clearly they got some reconfiguring they got to do because they're struggling with Cam Ward and also Daniel Jones.
They're struggling putting games away, which is what the Chiefs are good at.
Yeah, so if that's how that game script is going, that goes Chiefs' way both times. And then again, you get this split with San Diego, and you probably smoke the Raiders. So you know what I mean? Like it's the Chiefs, yo. Like I gotta see it to believe it. Like I gotta see them be getting dogged out before I'm like counting them out. And I'm cool with seeing it if it happens. But at the same time, I personally just don't believe that it is. I think they know how to win too well, and they have the best quarterback in the world.
when it comes to how they drafted, and obviously at least fantasy wise, I mean, I still like a bunch of these backs, but I just feel like they should have invested into a running back earlier. Rashad Smith, he's a 7th round running back, and
I
it
mean,
just
it's
seems like they're
easier.
not getting they're
It's
not getting
easier
a lot.
said than done when you got other holes that you feel are more pressing needs. You know what I mean? Like it's like they had other things that they felt were more pressing than a running back, and it's not like they hadn't found one in the 6th round before. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, all right, well, where should we allocate our resources? And they felt as if they should allocate them to other positions on the football field.
Yeah, they kind of took a page out of y'all book. I mean, you could argue that y'all really needed some juice in the running game. Y'all go ahead and get Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, and you draft somebody. When did you get Jadon Blue in the 6th, 7th,
In the 5th round.
in the
You know,
5th?
but they drafted the thing that was the most important was a lineman that works for the passing game and the running. You know what I mean? That helps you out more. That's what we got in the 1st round, and that's what they got in the 1st round. You know what I'm saying? Like they got the tackle. They need to show up that blocking. It's like if we can get the blocking right, and again, thanks to Andrew Clayton, our offensive coordinator, he came with a running scheme. We have an actual scheme. We're actually doing things to create holes and creases. And Javonte Williams is, though he's not an explosive back, but he runs hard. So because of that, it's like, all right, it's functional at least. I'll take it.
Yeah. Now it's kind of funny because they had the Chiefs this week or last week, and now they got the Rams. And that's going to be interesting too because that was their path in winning this past Super Bowl. So we'll see how that game goes. What's another interesting one? I definitely want to talk about maybe this Bucks, Texans, Lions, Bears. There's actually there wasn't really many games that had any major.
I mean, outside of the injuries, the injuries, it wasn't really, Chicago. I guess if you want to talk about Chicago, Detroit, but the score speaks for itself. Like, it's down bad over there in Chicago. So good for me.
How do you feel about the way Dan Campbell they always run it up, but a couple things. One, them running it up all the times what got Aiden Hutchinson hurt. Two, then that shit is kind of petty. I understand that he went to the ops, but like, damn, yo.
No, I mean, if that's how you feel, I mean, apparently they didn't like the way he was moving. Like they didn't like the way he was moving, and they didn't appreciate how he treated the whole thing. And then again, they kind of had that respect for him to be like, all right, bro, we get you got to move on and become like a head coach. That's the next step of your journey. But like you're going straight over to the team that we was just whooping on together. Like, okay. So, and apparently they were running some of his plays. Against him or whatever. Which why y'all didn't do that shit against Green Bay, I don't know. But again, when it's not tight, everybody can have fun when it's not, you know what I'm saying, when the game not tight. But yeah, so I mean, it was a little get back for them. He was mad about it, but at the end of the day, Chicago, they got a lot of issues. They have a lot of problems, and I don't know if it's a GM situation problem, if it's his problem or what, but they're just a sorry franchise right now. They just are what they've always been, even though now they have talent and names.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like I said last time, I was kind of going in on it. I'm not going to go in on it crazy again, but I think the GM's got to go. Like, I feel like the way things should go, if you're going to get a new head coach, you should probably get them in a tandem, the coach and the GM, get on the same page like that. But this past draft, unless they start getting more utilization out of some of these picks, I don't know what the point of some of this really was. You could have improved the O-line, like I said before. Colson Loveland, he has nothing. on the stat sheet. He has 1 target, 0 everything else. Luther Burden you're not using. You're using Zacchaeus way more. I mean, at least you're using Kyle Monungai, I guess. But yeah, it just feels like after those first 10 to 15 plays where they're on script, after that, shit just kind of unravels. Caleb Williams, he's just ad-libbing left and right. And this was like a perfect smash spot for the Lions coming off a tougher Packers
team. Defense is depleted. I mean, their defense is depleted. They're down to like three cornerbacks that are gone. So.
Speaking of, do you feel disrespected by the line? Do you think the Bears match up with y'all? Because Jalen Johnson being out, I feel like it's a big deal for trying to beat y'all, even though they're playing at home.
I don't get disrespected like that. Like the line can't, like that's not going to disrespect me because it's like, bro, my team, like, motherfucker, we suck, bro. Like that's what I'll be like. I'd be like mind blown when some teams at more ass than me, and like they fan base be disrespected. It's like, bro, y'all gotta win to get some respect. Like win some shit, and then maybe you know what I'm saying they'll put some respect on your name. But yeah, they got us at got at plus 1.5, and that's at juiced all the way out to minus 120, which means they don't want to move the line for whatever reason. But the reason they don't want to move the line is because they know the Bears are 0-2. And if you think about this spot right here, most 0-2 teams are in a gotta have it spot, and this is where they're the most desperate. Like basically, we'll be playing y'all again. Like y'all were playing with that kind of desperation of being 0-2 because y'all didn't want to be 0-2.
Especially 0-2 in the division.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. Like they're coming with it. It's not like they're gonna just fold, but at the same time, you know, it wasn't like it wasn't all sweet with us either. It's not like Russell Wilson didn't just put up 37 points. Like we had to score 40 points to beat Russell Wilson. So, and I can't just slap 40 points on the scoreboard. We got to go get that. You know what I mean? It's not like it's 20 or something like that. Like you got to go get the 40. So, I mean, this is definitely, I think it's between a point any which way. I mean, I definitely think that's what it was before this game, before they got blasted. So I don't see why what would change after that.
Yeah. I mean, this is a must-win game for the Bears. I mean, feels like both the coaches from that staff is kind of, because we were kind of worried. Well, at least I was worried about what Dan Campbell was going to do without his 2 coordinators. But you know, you get a head coaching job with the Jets things. You get a coaching job with the Bears. You're hoping, you know, you got the number 1 overall pick, but is he even a top 3 quarterback out of that draft class? The jury's still out on that. But yeah, this was a classic Lions game, and now the Lions, they got the Ravens coming up. You saw how they picked up Malik Washington on the practice squad to kind of prep for Lamar Jackson. They didn't say that outright, but why else did you get him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they ain't no prepping for Lamar. You just going to catch it when you catch it. You know, just catch it on Sunday. Hope y'all deal with it.
Listen, hey, it's better than just prepping with Jared Goff all week. There's a statue in there.
Well, he's not going to be. He's not the scout team QB regardless. So,
all right, but Falcons Vikings. I have a decent amount to say about this because, shout out to the Falcons. Like, what was your take? I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
I mean, my take was like Falcons defense was looking good. Right now, for whatever the reason is, JJ McCarthy, you know, it's looking a little choppy, and I don't know necessarily what's going on over there. But even like again, Kevin O'Connell, like you're a good offensive coordinator, you're a good head coach, and you know, some quarterbacks around the league are getting credit. They're crediting you for having a job right now. And you're the quarterback whisperer and this, that, and the other thing. You let go of Sam Darnold for whatever it's worth, even Daniel Jones too, and you let him go for this kid. But now you're kind of coddling him a little bit, especially with the situation with the whole ankle thing, which I think he actually did. He really did hurt his ankle. But the whole situation where Adam Schefter is talking about, oh, well, maybe he might not even travel with the team because he has a newborn son at home.
What?
Like what? Like, bro, that's what are you talking about? Like that no, we don't ever say that about nobody else. So why are we saying, you know what I mean? So
Wait, hold on. Nah, keep doing your thing. I got a lot to say about this. Keep going.
So yeah, I mean, I don't really got much to say about it. You know what I mean? I respectfully, Atlanta had a good game. Bijan Robinson, he balled out. Like this is one of the tougher defenses in the NFL, and he was kind of just like slicing them, like cutting through him. The only thing he didn't do was score. Tyler Algier took that, and even he was doing his thing. So if you were able to pick him up off the waivers, I think that he'll be able to add some production to your fantasy team. And obviously, if anything happens to Bijan, he'd be a running back one instantly. So, a nice, decent outing from Michael Penix. His team came with the dub. Again, the defense really, really were the hogs of this one, holding it down for Atlanta. So, basically, yeah, that's all I got for it.
Yeah. What was the last thing you said about JJ?
Nothing. I was just like, bro, I got like, you know what I mean. I don't really have much to say, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear. So you're saying that Adam Schefter said he might not even travel with the team because he has a newborn?
Yeah, like just born.
Yeah, I mean this was my issue in the off season, which it felt like, all right, you're not going to play him in the preseason, which I get. Isn't that how he got hurt last year? Was in the preseason, so okay, you're not going to do that again. Bad juju, whatever. But all the comments, it just felt like coddling to me. Now, I do think he has that ankle injury, but I do feel like it was the perfect timing and excuse to just like, let's settle you down a little bit. We got 8 quarters of film on you. Let's see what you did well, what you're not doing good. I'm seeing these charts that shows, and I guess this was in his Michigan like scouting report, they could only throw to one side of the field. So I mean, if that's true, and we know how these NFL defenses are so quick to pick up on shit, that's going to be an issue. With JJ McCarthy as well, like you said, Sam Darnold, they could have just retained him. Daniel Jones, they could have retained him. Not for like the best price ever, but there's nothing wrong with having that insurance policy because this is really his rookie year. Last year was like a red shirt year for him, and he's young. He's the same age as Jackson Dart. You know what I mean? He's the same age as ain't Shador 22?
Mm-hmm. Might be 23 now. But again, I got faith in Kevin O'Connell, and I just think, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I've seen you do it before. I'm sure you can do it again. It's only week 2, let them sit, see some things. Y'all work on some things and y'all get another crack at it. But again, I'm trusting the fact that you know something I don't. As Kevin O'Connell, like you're making all of these moves the way I'm reading it. You invest in, you didn't get Sam Darnold. You used that money to invest in the interior offensive line, which again, I think one of his offensive linemen got hurt. And for some of these teams, when that does happen, it is going to get bad, especially if you have a super young quarterback.
I think it was Ryan Kelly who, it's kind of crazy because they got Will Fries and Ryan Kelly from the Colts, and the Colts O-line is holding up over there. So shout out to them for that. But yeah, it's definitely going to get wishy-washy for them. Luckily, they have the Joe Burrow-less Bengals this week, so it's a Carson Wentz versus Jake Browning type matchup. But what really stands out to me about this game is this Falcons defense finally has a pass rush. And when it comes to their draft, they quadrupled down on defense. They went pass rush first 2, and that involved trading up and giving up next year's first round, and then went back-to-back safeties. They go Xavier Watts, and then Billy Bowman has been balling. So
yeah, he was super underrated. He was super underrated. I can't believe he fell that far. But he's just undersized. He's literally Tyrann Mathieu.
Tyrann Mathieu, he was, the Honey Badger was doing his thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they got him in the 4th round, so that's cool. And then so they had limited picks. and they had to give up a pick to go ahead and get back into the first round to get James Pierce. But him and Jalen Walker, coming from some blue blood schools, they've been balling. They've been balling on the back end. You still have Jesse Bates over there. You still have AJ Terrell.
Is week to week now, though.
Yeah. So he might not be here for their game against, who did the Falcons play this week? The Panthers. But the Panthers are missing some things on the O-line, and their offense just looks anemic. So, we talk about that some other time. Any other games, Texans, Bucks, or you just want to move on to?
We touched on them when we previewed them and ended up being kind of right. Tampa Bay. I guess unless you got something to say about Houston, but they're just not good. I mean, their offensive line's not good. When your offensive line isn't good, it's going to be hard to run the football. And CJ Stroud is running for his life every play. He can't get time to throw the ball to Nico Collins. So just right now, the offense is struggling. Play caller is struggling, and Baker's Baker. It looks weird. You dropped interceptions, but he ends up pulling the game out, and Tampa's 2-0.
We got to easily call Baker like a top 10 quarterback in this league, don't we?
Yeah. If you want to, but the way he plays football is he does things like it's nutty all game long, and then he makes some crazy throws that win the game for his team. So he's just a wild quarterback, but he pulls it out for his squad. So I can't hate on him.
Yeah, I mean, with Baker, I what I've been seeing a lot recently? The Browns fans are sick about their situation. I mean, y'all fielding 4 to 5 quarterbacks, and then you can't forget that Deshaun Watson's, he's supposed to be back. Like, that was the original plan. And then Baker's just having great seasons with the Bucks. They're not winning anything, but they're always in the playoffs. They're winning their division. Obviously, the AFC North is way harder, but still,
yeah. I mean, it's just consistency. Like, they're just Baker's consistent, Todd Bowles is consistent, whether for better or for worse, and Mike Evans consistent for better for Hall of Famer. So good for Tampa, and they're just gonna keep on doing their thing.
Facts. Do you want to get into the Thursday night preview, or do you want to get into the bets?
We can get into the bets, and then if you got anything you want to say for the Thursday night preview, we can break it down after that.
All right, let's get into it. Like, love, lock. Oh yeah, you want to get into your picks?
What would I do? Yeah, another 2-1 week. Hopefully, I can get the sweep this week. But the only thing that let me down was Cleveland. We didn't go chalk. But again, like I said, if you would have told me that they held Derrick Henry to 20 yards, I would have smacked that bet the same way. I'm glad I was able to hit on the plus money gains though with Seattle and also with New England. Or was it New England? I think you might have did New England. Let me see who's my other one.
I did. Yeah, I did New England.
Yeah, who was my other one? I did.
Man, don't tell me you try to lie about your record. I'm over here gassing you. Lying about your record this week.
Bro, everybody covered. So I know I didn't lie. But what was it? The Seattle, and then what was it? I'm trying to think. I know I didn't do Philly. I know I didn't do Denver. Was it?
All right, I can say what I did. I did Jags plus 3.5. They lost. That was my like. So my like was Bengals, Jags. They lose by 4 somehow. Joe, you're watching this game and you're like, okay, look, Joe Burrow is out the game. Okay, this is about to be a hit. This is about to be a hit. Gets out the game. Jake Browning throws 3 picks. He had 2 touchdowns. But nigga threw 3 picks. Like, you got to put this game away. And then Brian Thomas, I mean, PPR wise, he got you a cool.
It was Los Angeles, Tennessee.
Los Angeles, Tennessee.
Yeah, Los Angeles to cover plus minus 5.5.
Rams, Titans.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, true. But yeah, bro, Brian Thomas, body language looking terrible, efforts looking terrible. I saw you scooped up Miami Brown. You know, that's a good pickup because if he can't get active, that does leave the door wide open for Parker Washington, for Miami Brown, for even Travis Hunter, depending on how they really want.
Right now, Miami is leading. He's leading the team in targets and yards and all that. So,
yeah, that's a smooth pickup. Pickup. He's just like, you know, he's like, I mean, if you're a Redskins fan, you should be well aware of him. But
yeah, Daniels is the one who's made him his money. He was basically deemed a bust. Then Jaden Daniels came through, and I think he basically got an opportunity at the last month and a half of the season, and even into the playoffs, and he was doing his thing.
And you got to respect that. Especially when you come here. Brian Thomas, LSU receiver, got him in the first round. He's supposed to be that guy. You need somebody to step up when there's that slump, because I'm sure Trevor and Brian Thomas, they're eventually going to form that connection. I mean, we even saw last year, there's a lot of questions with Marvin Harrison and Kyler.
Yeah.
And those are two elite talents to me. So, yeah. So I lost that one by a half point. Half point would have been a push, but they should have took that one home, which is why I'm very fearful for the Texans this week, because this Jags team should be pretty pissed off. Like, those are the type of games that you're like, all right, now we're about to play the Texans. Nah, we need these niggas 0-3. They've been winning the division for the past like 3 years in a row. Fuck that. So, that Broncos minus 1.5. This shit should have hit for one.
Right back. Real quick.
Yeah, do your thing. For one, it's the special teams, the Broncos each time. Last week I went 1-2 because of the Broncos. They should have covered against the Titans. They didn't. This game, we talked about it earlier, but what you got to realize is Will Lutz, before this, he missed a field goal. Now, I don't know if you know about Will Lutz, but he's usually pretty automatic. Like, he's kind of a sleeper good a kicker for fantasy. So if he's on your waiver and you're feeling like I'm not really messing with my kicker right now, looking at Will Lutz, it should be all up from here because he usually doesn't miss these. So it's like a 40-yarder. Boom. Game ender. This is what loses these niggas the game, right? I'm sitting pretty at 2. The line is the line is Broncos minus 1.5. So I'm sitting pretty at 2, right? Field goal, touchdown wins the game. They kick the field goal, miss, penalty, offsides on the defense. So they get like a good 10, 15 yards, kick it, goes in. And now I'm 1-2 for the week because of the Broncos. Again, could easily be sitting like Austin, looking big brain, but that's what happened in my one pick. And hey, if I'm gonna go 1-2, at least my lock, my favorite pick of the week, looked great. Now this one was another one though, where I was like, yo, this shit is about to.
I was about to say, what you mean look great? I was about to say, wait, hold on. That jump almost, that one almost went bad.
Yeah, but it looked good though. It looked good. That's 6 points. I didn't even need all that. I needed like 2. But nah, I mean, they were winning at one point. The Dolphins, they were actually looking like, you know, they're about to do some shit.
I mean, that's the punch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I assume these teams, like, unless it's really, really dysfunctional, they're going to bounce back. Like, they're professional athletes. Professional athletes don't become professional athletes without, you know what I mean, being able to just deal with adversity at an elite level. And so, you know, when you get smacked like that, I'm like, okay, they got it. I thought they were going to give us something against Indianapolis. I was like, they gotta at least fight, which is why
you were tripping with that one, but
yeah, I mean, yeah, but it was like I was like, yo, I understood why that number was at -1.5. I'm like, yeah, I get why this is. I mean, that's the same reason why that I understand why that number's at 1.5 is the same reason why I understand is that the Cowboys, Chicago Bears game's at 1.5.
Yeah, now I feel that. But listen, the way I've been losing some of these bets, I don't give a fuck how it looked. All I know is the lot looks like I could at least look, listen to me. I could pitch it like this. Yeah, this nigga Dom. You gotta pay attention to his lock though. His favorite pick. Look, 1.5. This joint 6. It was easy. So be it. But yeah, those are my 3. Before we get into our week 3, you want to go through your shit? I know you had the Ravens.
Mine's short and sweet, yo. You know what I'm saying? I just had the Ravens. They ended up smashing them out. Got a few interceptions off of Joe Flacco. You know, that's gonna happen. Had some short fields, capitalized on it. Like I said,
he only had one pick.
Yeah, okay, my bad, one pick. But I'm thinking of the Cedric Tillman one where it should have been an interception. He catches it in the backfield or whatever. But nonetheless, you know, I lost this one fair and square. It is what it is, though. And then after that, Los Angeles, I had that at -5.5. It's just one of those situations where the Titans just they're not ready yet. Cam Ward is going to be good, but you know he's missing a few pieces on offense. And honestly, I think his head coach is just not a good coach. And when it comes to that situation,
he needs to go. Get my boy Cam Ward a good head coach because he made some circus play. You know what's funny? Cam Ward was doing what Will Levis always tries to do, but it just looks hilarious and fails. He just does it, and then I'm like, damn, that was sexy as hell, and it worked.
Yeah. So like basically, this one kind of came down to Sean McVay's better than Brian Callahan at coaching football. So I'm going to go with that side of it. And then the bonus one that I gave out, obviously that's a bonus one that doesn't count. But the Green Bay Packers -7.5 against the Washington Commanders. We almost got backdoor covered on that one, but it didn't happen. And did
Micah always have fronts?
Huh?
Did he always have fronts?
I don't know.
You never paid attention to your man's teeth?
Nah, respectfully. but and then I guess the love or the one I love the most of the week, Seattle versus Pittsburgh. Basically the script that I envisioned. I thought that it was going to be a similar situation to the game that they played the week before. They couldn't really do anything on defense. I know Pittsburgh's supposed to be known to having a solid defense, but you know, like I said, that's not going to be able to stop shit. JSN out the slot, not going to be able to stop that. They weren't able to stop that. Not going to be able to deal with Kenneth Walker. They weren't able to deal with him. He scores a touchdown. This week he looked like the better running back. The week before it was Zach Charbonnet. So we'll check and see what we get this upcoming week. But
my God. 15 carries for 10 yards?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is a good time to try to trade for Zach Charbonnet. That's crazy.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So this was just one of those things where I felt like I really, really had my hand on the script. Like it's Aaron Rodgers against a fast moving pace defense. And it was just one of those things where I thought that the defense would be able to win this game. Again, I thought the talent of Kenneth Walker would be able to win this game. And I thought the talent of JSN would be able to win this game. And it kind of came down to that.
Well, hey, Cooper Kupp, he just knows how to get open, man. I went to go, just looking at some of these, I was like, I really want to look at some Cooper Kupp snaps to see how he got open, if he could duplicate this. And I mean, I guess it really depends. The Steelers defense is just, it looks way better on paper. And I thought that week 1 was a fluke, which is why I didn't like this pick. But I mean, you hit this on the head. I mean, you got this one, which is why I like hearing your picks. Because even though I might feel away, now, even though this wasn't one of my top bet joints, because you have a reason for not liking it, that might just go on I'm just not going to take that one. Because you have a different read on it. I trust your read. But do you think Cooper Kupp could sustain some of this? Are you feeling good about him in fantasy?
Quite honestly, I mean, I think, again, it's good to have the Cooper Kupps of the world at the beginning of the year. Like, he's a solid player up until, if we get to November. Week 8, week 9, and we in the dog days of the season, maybe he'll start to wear off. But right now, with fresh legs, him, Travis Kelce, they're not bad bets.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people bet him last week. So, I mean, if you laddered that up by chance, I think that's going to be my goal this weekend. By the way, for Like, Love, Lock, I just also want to let y'all know I'm going to have a teaser for y'all. I think this is a great teaser week. So, just be ready for that. We're about to get into that, though. Speaking of, do you want to bring up your fantasy pros, Joyce? Because we can get into some player props when it comes to that as well. And
I'm not going to get into the player props until Saturday.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I keep doing that, man. I keep doing that. But do you want to go first with your 3 picks?
Yeah, I can fire them up real quick. Let me share this real fast. See what it look like.
Yeah, man. I got to get back right. I got to go 3-0 this week. Go 3-0 this week.
All right, this one's gonna be short, sweet, to the point. Hold on, let me look it up though. Let me make sure I'm getting it right off the board.
Yeah. Let me.
All right. Okay. So basically, yes, I'm a psychopath. I'm going back to the well, and this one already kind of got bet down a little bit, but yeah, right here, Cleveland versus Green Bay. At plus 8.5, if you can get it, get the biggest number you can get. So you get +9, get +9. I got it.
You're taking the Browns to cover.
Yeah, I'm telling you, if you watch their defense is clamps.
Yeah, like I feel you, but as a full team, this Packers team might be that. They might be them.
See, I don't know about that on offense, because the one thing I do know, the tight end's not going to be running wide open this weekend.
Well, Matthew Golden should have got. He really should have got something last weekend. Well, and I feel like this could be the. I feel you though. I mean, these big spreads, it's not bad logistics.
It's just one of those things, where it's one of those situations where I think Cleveland's defense is every good as Green Bay's defense. Like, I think they probably got one of the top 3 or 4 defenses in the league right now currently, and Jordan Love, when he goes against tough defenses, it's not always the prettiest football either, So I think that this might be, and also Josh Jacobs. I know it's Wednesday, but he is on the injury report, so just kind of be monitoring that.
That's extremely important. His backup is who? Is it still Emmanuel Wilson?
I'm not sure because I don't know what happened with the buddy from USC. But yeah, so basically right here, this is a spot where team is 0-2. Cleveland's 0-2. They really, for real, to be honest, they should have beat Cincinnati game 1, so they should be 1-1. So I just think that due to the spot that their backs against the wall, they're going to give Green Bay their best shot. They're going to try not to go down 0-3. They might not win the game, but I think that it stays close. Like, I think that this is a very, very close game. And Green Bay pulls it out in the end, or something where, even because at 8.5, you're still live for the backdoor cover too. So they are up 15 points or whatever, but Cleveland scores on the last drive of the game and they cover it. So I know I'm a psychopath. I know I'm a madman, but I'm going with them, and I'm sorry about it. All right. And Oh, what's up?
No,
Yeah, yeah,
I thought your second one you were prefacing that again. I was like, damn,
yeah.
you got two Madman plays.
Nah. And then right here again, I'm just taking a number here. I'm going with Cincinnati +3. Like it's Carson Wentz. I don't know why. I don't know why it's +3. I feel like it should be at -1, maybe +1.5. So I'm really just going with the number here, and I'm just going to take this at +3.5. I mean +3.5. You can get it. Looks like there's some minuses through the series.
Is that +3.5? Because I'm thinking about that one. I like the Vikings at
Some people got
-3.
+3. Some people have
I don't like the hook. I don't like the hook at all because I think this is an easy push spot. But
I don't know. There's about to be a whole bunch of weird shit going on. Like, come on. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know the last time Carson. I think. Oh yeah, the last time Carson Wentz started was last year, the last game of the season. So for Kansas City or some shit like that.
Wasn't he ass?
I mean, probably. That's what I mean. So I just don't know why. like not even trying to troll, but like I just feel like they set the lines how they would set the line if the quarterbacks weren't injured or some shit. So for me, again, I'm just like, yo, +3 Cincinnati. I think they can come through and they can get a win off of Minnesota. I mean, especially I don't even think Carson Wentz wants to play football. So yeah, that's the and then the lock.
That's your love.
This one was tough. Like I had two that I was going to because I really I am back in Pittsburgh right here, but I'm not putting that play on. I got it at -1.5. What's it at right now? Yeah, I got them at -1.5 because again, I think that New England's defense is similar to the Jets defense, and I think that Pittsburgh is going to carve them up. And this is a bounce back spot, but we're not going there. We're going. Where is it at?
Wait, I was about to say you're betting that game. I'm not touching that.
We're going back here. Los Angeles +3.5. I'm taking it. Taking them again. Philadelphia again. They know how to win, and they've been escaping losses back to back. Two of the best players on both teams, reliable hands, dropping passes that would be able to seal the game for their respective teams. Travis Kelce having the ball pop off his hands into the arms of I don't even know how to say his last name, number 24 from Texas, and also CeeDee Lamb. So I think this week, Puka and Devontae Adams don't have the butterfingers that Travis Kelce and CeeDee Lamb did, and they're able to score enough points to put pressure on Philadelphia, and Philadelphia isn't able to cover. They might still win, but it won't be by 3.5.
Yeah, I like that one too. Plus, I'm a vibes ass nigga. Like, it's just if I feel like the vibes are they want to tear your head off and they hate your guts, and you're coming off a Super Bowl win and you're 2-0, and those games are kind of close. I feel like this is a game where the Rams could get their get back. So those are your three. I'm gonna dive into my three. We gonna start like this. So my like is Colts -4.5. It just went up.
Yeah, see, I like Tennessee. I like Tennessee at +3.5.
Yeah, I mean, listen, my thing with this is, look, it's a division game. They're fucking home dogs. That's tough. But my test for this Indianapolis Colts team was that Broncos game, and they showed up. They made them look goofy. The Titans have an underrated defense. Don't get me wrong. But I just don't think they have enough. I don't think this is the game where the Colts get checked and they get humbled. I just don't think this is the game.
I think this is the game that it's like, oh, okay. Like, whoa. all right, yeah, they are still like the Colts. Maybe they don't get humbled. I don't think they're getting smashed out, but I just think plus 4.5. I don't think that they're winning by 5 points. Like I don't got them just dominating in control of this game like that. And again, this is division rivals, so they're going to be that defensive coordinators in the lab right now figuring out how to quote unquote stop this offense. So, which obviously that starts with Jonathan Taylor, but
and when it comes to Jonathan Taylor, they're like bottom 5 in terms of stopping the run right now. So
right.
if it's Jonathan Taylor, good luck. And division game. Now the Colts, Shane Steichen has been having to deal with Anthony Richardson, who can't execute what his game plan, which is why I felt like he didn't like him. And he was like, yo, Daniel Jones, he knows what to do. Daniel Jones, he needed a fresh start from New York. And this is a better situation. Why does that always happen? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, bet. But yeah, with Daniel Jones, it's like this is just a better situation for him. I think they will kind of come back down to earth, but it's not going to be against the Titans, man. It's just not going to be against the Titans. This is my like. I like the Colts to cover against this Titans team. Clearly, it's going up a bit because earlier I saw a 3.5, so they're bringing it up. Get into this shit early. That game's on Sunday. You know what it is with that. Now, next game, I like the Rams. I also like the Rams. Plus 4.5. That's 3.5. Whatever. That's even better. We got to cap it at plus 3.5 though. Like I said, this Rams front 7 is crazy. I just love it. And Jared Verse, my boy, he has a vendetta out against this Eagles team. This Eagles team has been getting some squeakers out. Like they've been getting some squeakers out, and luckily they're 2-0. I think this is just a game that they lose. The Rams, they definitely need this one to just take clear control of this division. We don't want to be a wild card team this year. Devontae Adams, Puka, Kyron, Matt Stafford, if you continue to stay healthy, you got a guy over there. What they're going to have to do, though, they're going to have to be able to control the line of scrimmage. That's the only way you could beat this Eagles team. It's the only way you can beat this Eagles team. I think they'll be able to do it. Can they contain Saquon?
I don't know if they got enough ass. I don't know if they got enough ass.
Who, the Rams?
Yeah, the D tackles are too tiny. That's the only thing. Like that's the only thing. Like that's what was happening even in the playoff game. Or no, before the playoff game in the regular season game where Saquon was going off, like they was just leaning on him. It was just leaning on him. And then Saquon was breaking.
Are you talking about the playoff game though?
No, I'm talking about the regular season game.
Oh, the regular season game.
Yeah, not even the one in the snow.
Oh, that's what I was saying. I was just making sure you're not talking about the snow game.
It's the discrepancy. You know what I mean? All those dudes, they're good. They're good interior D linemen for pass rush, but because they're light, they're like 290. And Philly's offensive line, especially their interior, is pretty heavy, well over 300 some pounds. So if they got something for that, or they got some big boys inside to help on those first 2 downs, I think they'll be straight. But if they just try to trot them boys out there the whole entire game, we might be seeing Saquon break off some runs from 70 yards out again.
So what's your takeaway from that?
I mean, that again, I think that they can still score enough points to where it makes Philly have to throw the football. But if it's one of those situations where they aren't scoring points and it's about the trenches, it's about the O-line and the D-line, I think Philly might have on offense at least. I think they still could control the line of scrimmage. On defense, we'll see. I think their D tackles are going to be nice. I don't know about the edge.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's just something they're going to have to do though, because this team is led through Saquon. I mean, you have them on your 3, so this is a matter of fact guarantee. The Rams are going to cover this. And sometimes you just have to go. You have to go with your gut in there, man. But this is probably a game of the week too. They're both 2-0, and they really need this one. Both of these teams.
Everybody needs to win.
Yeah, but there are some niggas that need to win even more. Like if the Texans go 0-3 and it's because of their Jags, that's a different need to win than the Bengals who are 2-0. And one of those games, Joe Burrow was out in the first quarter. Like those are two different things.
Shit, if I'm Cincy, I'm like, yo, all right, we need to find a way to steal this game. Like we need this extra third game if we think that we're going to get Joe Burrow back.
Well, they're not going to get Joe Burrow back until maybe
December. But that's what I'm saying. So it's like
late December.
Yeah, any game we can get, we got to get it. If we can get it. So it's like we playing Carson Wentz. All right, bro. We playing Carson Wentz, dog. We got to lay up.
My thing with them playing Carson Wentz thing is JJ McCarthy has looked in in like 1 out of 8 quarters, bro.
Right, but you can copy and paste it. Like it don't mean nothing to me. Like they both. If you think Carson Wentz is like we're playing a bad quarterback. So regardless of who it is, we're playing a bad quarterback. We need to steal this win. We need to steal this.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my love. My love is was that your lock of the week or was that your love?
That was my lock.
That's your lock of the week?
Yeah.
That's a matter of fact guarantee right there. Keep in mind, we don't talk about, like, I don't know what his picks are until he picks them. So sometimes there's going to be some overlap. I'm not finna change a pick because he also likes a pick. But it's kind of making me it's sketching me out a little bit because I know we're both Eagles haters. So are we just coping? We're not coping.
I don't cope.
You do cope, nigga. I've heard you cope.
No,
nigga, you coped the other day.
I give them credit the whole year. I've given them credit. I gave the GMs credit, bro. I do not. I hate Philadelphia fans, but when you find a way to win, I can't hate on you. I can't hate on the winner.
Wait. So what's your takeaway from what you predicted with Kellen Moore being the OC to start last year? You were like, that's going to be a problem.
That wasn't coping. That was me saying I don't think that and again, his team was so talented that it didn't matter. They were like, hey, yo, look, this is what we're going to do. You're going to stop throwing the football or calling all these passes.
It feels like this podcast is a flat circle. I feel like we have this conversation all the time. All right. And it's usually my fault. But anyway, my lock of the week, Falcons against this Panthers team. Just seeing them, would you like that one?
Nah, it's just. I mean, I get it. It's 5.5 or 6 now. It's 6, like.
Yeah, I think this Panthers team is dog shit.
Yeah.
I think this team sucks, and they have some injuries on the O-line. Their O-line a little bit underrated when they're fully healthy, but this Panthers team offensively, they just don't have enough. Now, I like what I've seen from Tech so far. Chuba's still Chuba from last year. But outside of that, what do we have? You got to get
Javion Sanders.
Jatavion Sanders. Yeah, that's my man's. You know that's my man's.
Yeah. Hunter Renfrow out the slot gave you 2 tutties.
That's why, when Coker gets back, say less. Coker, listen, and I'm going to remind you this every week. We have to, because I know Austin's a Jalen Coker guy, but if you have an open IR spot in your league, pick him up, put him in your IR spot, and then go grab something else. That's what I would do with Jalen Coker, because we've seen Adam Thielen thrive in the slot role in this Panthers offense, no matter if they win or lose a game. Now, Jalen Coker was supposed to be that guy. They trade away Adam Thielen, and they scoop up Hunter Renfrow for that job, and he's eating. He just got you 25 fantasy points if you started him. Doubt you did, but you maybe picked him up. And when Jalen Coker comes back, that's who's going to be getting this, and he has way more upside than current-day Hunter Renfrow. So look out for that.
I go as far as to say he's already better than Xavier Leggett. Like it's going to beat Tech. And
Are you trolling me?
No, but I mean he had -2 yards.
No, I'm saying that should go without saying. Yeah, that nigga Xavier Leggett is on his way out of the league with what he's doing. It's not even just like the athleticism or the route running. It's like the effort. It's just like everything. It's like everything is like, yo, what are you doing out there? Yeah, and I like him. I like his personality, and I thought he had a lot of drops in his rookie year last year. But do you remember who they could have got? The Panthers instead of Xavier Leggett?
I mean, they could have got a lot. They dropped him at the top of the second round, or they traded back into the first round to get him.
First round, yeah. So, a lot of different options. Which is why it was very important for them not to go ahead and get Jalen Walker, who the Falcons, see, that's why I like talking to you, Austin. Just made another connection. Remember, in the draft, we were all thinking that the Panthers were going to get Jalen Walker. They didn't. It was a smoke screen. They get Tech. Guess who has Jalen Walker?
Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to send you some cookies. But, but anyway, my lock of the week is the Falcons to cover this. Because this defense is balling. I don't think A.J. Terrell's going to play, but the way this pass rush is looking, the way this Panthers offense is looking, they have their own injuries on that offensive line. So I think they're going to get killed in the trenches. Now, the Falcons starting the season have their own injuries on the offensive line, but they look fine to me. The only thing, if this doesn't cover, the only reason why this doesn't cover is because of the play calling. Because they have the talent on offense. I don't think we've seen the most in the peak that we can see out of this Falcons offense for some of the names, weapons, talent that they have on this offense. But besides that, you give me a Falcons team that typically owns the Panthers, but now they have a pass rush, and then the Panthers, their O-line is choppy due to injuries, and it was just a middle-of-the-pack O-line in the first place. And besides the O-line of the Panthers, their weapons aren't looking like that. Xavier Leggett, early bust. Tech, he's like that. Love Tech. But is he going to have time to even get the ball against this pass rush, this depleted O-line? I don't know. And then Hunter Renfrow, you should be able to have a good game. Again, I don't think that's a fluke. I just think whatever Dave Canales really likes to do, we might have to look up what the stats were for Chris Godwin when he was the OC for the Bucks. So I don't know. Maybe there's something there with that. But Hunter Renfrow is going to eat. But it's just Tech, Hunter Renfrow, and then a splash of Jatavian Sanders, who I'm a big fan of. And then Chuba, you're going to get him busy in the pass game. Even if they're down early and they can't really run it like that, he's going to be really a part of trying to get back into the game. I just think this Panthers team, similar to the Dolphins, are kind of in disarray. It's just in a sloppier fashion. It's not as, what's the word? I don't know. It's not as ugly, for a lack of a better word. It's not as ugly as spiraling. The Dolphins spiraling right now is super ugly. But besides that, we could get into the Thursday night football and then wrap this up. But yeah, those are my 3 picks of the week. We're going 3-0 this week for me. I have to, or I'm gonna feel some type of way. My 3 picks, once again, Colts to cover. I don't think this is when the shoe drops for the Colts. They're gonna cover this one against the Titans. Titans have some promise. The roster's just not good enough. The roster's not good enough. The defense is underrated, but they don't have enough on offense. Give me the Colts to cover against their division rivals. Give me the Rams against the Eagles. Sort of a revenge game. They were talking a lot of shit in the playoffs, and I think this Rams team can really get rolling, and this is an easy play for me. I'll probably have them in the dog parlay. And then the Falcons against the Panthers. Falcons cover. Panthers just aren't good enough. They're going to be picking top 3 in the draft along with the Dolphins.
Yeah, and again, mine's similar script. Cleveland Browns plus 8.5. You can get it. I got it at plus 7.5. Still get the backdoor cover if they lose by only 7 points. And then I got the Cincinnati Bengals for my lock of the week plus 3. I just think it's too much money. I just think it's too many points. And again, I don't know what Minnesota is going to look like this week. So I'm just going to go with Cincinnati here. I think this is a guy that have a spot for them. Emotionally charged game after Joe Burrow has been announced injured for the majority of the season. And then the lock. And then the lock of the week, Los Angeles Rams plus 3.5. I think this is where, they gotta throw the ball down the field. They gotta throw the ball to AJ Brown. Hope LA can get up maybe like a score, double digits, like 10 to 14 points early. Make it so that Jalen Hurts has to throw the football, and they can't do the running script with Saquon, and they don't get beat by Saquon having humongous plays on their running defense.
All right. That's it for that, matter of fact. And then we'll be back on Wednesday next week, the 24th, to see how that went. But last thing we're going to get into, Prime Video. Make sure you got Amazon Prime so you can watch this real easy. Got the Bills, Dolphins. This is one of my favorite bets of the week. I'm actually going to be doing a decent amount with this game because I think the Bills are about to destroy these niggas, bro. I think the Bills are really about to do it to the Dolphins. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be live. You can't look away. There's going to be a lot of memes about Tua on Twitter. I could just already see the memes, bro. I could already see the memes developing about Tua and how this is really going to happen to him. I mean, we have Tua saying about Josh Allen. Did you see what he said, bro? It feels like the locker room is on drugs. That's what it feels like to me over there with the Dolphins. And that means, like, a team's morale means a lot to me in terms of how I'm picking and how I'm really viewing the team and what their peak could be, what they could really do. So, yeah, I love them to win by 2 touchdowns minimum. So anything under 14, smacking it. And then we're definitely going to do some James Cook player props in there. And I'm actually going to do whoever the leading tacklers are for the Dolphins. They're going to have to tackle a lot this game. So it's going to be probably the over because I think the Bills are going to put up enough to damn near match the over. The Dolphins are going to put up some points because they have too many explosive players. But over, Bills cover, and then some James Cook player props, and then some Dolphins linebackers, their leading tacklers. I'll probably take 2 of them to cover their total tackles, and then HN receptions because you're going to have to get a lot of dump offs because that's all Tua and McDaniel can do.
All right. Good. Hey.
I was yapping, wasn't I?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, this is one. I mean, again, the Thursday games, like I really felt good about last Thursday about that situation, just due to the coaching history and all that. But yeah, for this one as of right now, I mean, the only thing I'd probably have is like Devin A-Chain anytime touchdown. This would be a good time to maybe do like a Ty Johnson anytime touchdown or one of the other running backs because, this script seems like it's causing for a lot of points. And if it does get to the goal line, they probably won't use James Cook as much. Not saying he won't score in this game, but again, if this is a smash spot, they'll probably let him rest, let some of the other guys get some carries and everything like that, and just try to get out of this game safe.
Yeah, so you messing with my parlay though?
No, I mean, I'm not. I wish you the best. I wish you the best.
What part of it? Because I need some feedback, man.
Look, because I be having like an opinion, you be trying to make it to where it's like we got to go back and forth. But it's like if you like all of those plays, it's like, all right, okay, I'm with you.
What are you scared to go back and forth? You sound mad scary right now. What you mean, dog? I want your opinion. What's up?
It's not nothing to fear. It's just like I'm not going to have that many plays on any of my parlays. Like if I'm.
Don't you look? So here's the thing. The reason why I want some of these defensive players, because I think these boys are going to have to be tackling a bunch, whether it's a Ty Johnson, James Cook, or Ray Davis. So at least for me, what I've seen in the past is I'll have all tackles, like the over on the leading. Usually I just go with the Mike linebacker. If not, then I might do a safety that's typically in the box, strong safety that's typically in the box, because he could get his tackles like close to the goal line. He could get them in the secondary. But if the game script, you have to do your player props based on how you feel the game script's going to go. So if I feel the game script is going to go a certain way, then I rather take these niggas that are going to have to tackle because y'all getting beat so long. And y'all are going to stay in the game and keep racking up these tackles. So,
but see, I can't even comment on that because I don't even bet defensive props like that.
Bro, I think you would fuck with it. You should look into it, bro.
But I mean, they just don't have them on FanDuel.
They don't?
Nah, FanDuel and DraftKings and stuff like that. They're not part of the same game parlay.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'm talking underdog shit. Damn.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, hey, like. You know what I'm saying? You know what you know. Go ahead, do your thing.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all had that too. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
If y'all had it, would you be interested in betting it?
I mean, I don't know. Like again, it's just one of those because that's one more thing you gotta do research on and look into. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, all right, let me see how well am I doing on these? How lucrative is it? Like, how sharp are their lines? Are their lines sharp, or is it like a few angles here? There's a lot that goes into a play. You know what I mean? I don't want to just say, oh yeah, I'd be all up on those because, like you said, if a linebacker is projected to get, a lot of tackles, what are you gonna do if it's just at 10? You know what I mean? You picking the under, you picking the over. Like they might be sharp with it.
10, nah. So that's the thing, Austin. Even if it's like a high. Now, for example, Bobby Okereke, he had 16 first week. I think he leads the league in tackles with well above 30. His might be 9, 10 and a half. But you'll have some good linebackers and some good strong safeties at a good 7 to 8.5. And they include tackle assist. It's not just solo tackles. So that's what makes it worth it because it's like, okay, that nigga was a part of that gang tackle right there. Like, fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, again, like you know what I'm saying, like if that's your little angle, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Facts. But yeah, so I'm guessing you feel like this game is going to kind of go similarly to what I'm saying, or if you were a fantasy owner, I know you have some Jalen Waddle capital. How you feeling about him? Are you starting him in your flex? What do you know?
I mean, I gotta check his availability. He's listed as questionable right now. Last game he had a good game. Again, it's a short week, so it's just like I get what you're saying, and again, all that can happen, but I consider all of that when going into something as like it's a familiar foe, it's a short week, and yeah, it's only 12.5, but like who's to say the Bills are just like, I mean, when we played the Bills one year, they literally just ran the ball. They ran the ball the entire game. They ran the ball so much that after the game, Michael's like, yeah, honestly, we didn't even know they were going to run the ball that much. Like we didn't even game plan for them to run the ball that much. So like again, this is just one of those situations where, it could get to the over, or it could be one of those things where the Bills, they got 24 points and they know they got a good lead. They're just trying to get out of here safe. They're running it with the running backs. They get to 31 and it's 31-3. You know what I mean? Did you get your over if it's 31-3?
If it's 31-3, hell no.
See what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like Like it's just a
But
lot.
I thought you said you like H-N anytime touchdown. So that shit
I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that because due to the fact that it's a short week, I don't know what they're like. This is a unique kind of game. It's a short week, and also it's a division rival. Even if okay, we can do 31 to 10 with the Devin A. Chain touchdown. Does that get us to the over?
Nah, hell nah. Nope.
See what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's already baked in that like the Bills is going to be scoring a lot, and odds are
Okay.
Miami.
All right. Hey, Austin. That's what I'm see. I asked the great. I could be an interviewer. Okay, I get the best out of you, Austin.
Nah, bro, because
I'm taking the over under off my shit now. I'm
but
taking it off my shit because that's a good point. I could see the score with the way this Bills defense, the way they've been playing. I could see it being like a 35-10, and they're not the Lions. They're not pressed to run it up, so they just run the clock out. And they want to save James Cook. They're a team like the Lions. They've never been there. The Bills, they have to battle Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. They're thinking about we need certain players ready for the playoffs. They're not looking to run the score up. So if they're up, all right, yeah, Ray Davis, you run it this drive, and then Ty Johnson, you run it this drive, and these niggas have nothing on offense. We got nothing to worry about. And
I mean, this is the oh no. Let's go ahead. My bad. But like under 50, literally right here, 31-10. Literally right here.
You had that in mind. There's no way.
No, I didn't have it in mind, but it's like, bro, it's a Thursday game. This was also a Thursday game.
Wait.
This was also a Thursday game.
So you didn't look this up before. That just was off the dome.
No, yeah, I swear to God. Because again, that's how I think. It's a Thursday game, division rival.
I'm definitely clipping that. Wait, hold on. And it was at Miami, and it was September 12th. And this was literally the same game. September 18th.
It was the same game last year.
That's crazy. Yep. So I'm not going to touch the over or the under just in case. I'm going to just take them to get the beats. I'm going to take them to get the beats. They lost by 3 touchdowns in that game. So I'm going to take them to get the beats, and then I'm going to get some player props in there, like I said. So once again, don't touch this over under. Should be a blowout, but we don't know if I like to call it a dance partner. We don't know if the Dolphins are going to be a dance partner. Last year at this time, Austin guessed the score perfectly. They clearly weren't a dance partner. That was they probably got that touchdown in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, I remember this. Now that I think about it, I remember the game. This is the game where Tua got concussed. Either it was the game where Tua got concussed, or it was the game. No, it was the game that Tua got concussed.
Oh, and then that's when their offense was real shitty. And then we gave Tua his respect when he got back because they actually looked competent. Yeah. I remember that now. I didn't know that happened. Well, that's not week. Damn, that's week 2. Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah. But that's it. Like again, and you gotta remember, like, that's why I be so like hell bent when you be saying like I know you're joking with me, you trolling or whatever, but like I really take all of my emotions out of it when I'm betting. Like I actually like try to analyze this shit from like all right, I feel like my emotions feel like this. Okay, so I feel this way already. Now it's like, wait, let me go ahead and do this homework and see what's really good. Oh shit, I didn't think it was on Thursday. Okay, it's on Thursday. We got a short week. We got to, you know what I mean? We got to take that into account. We got to take, this division rivals. They might not, like you said, they're not a team that really be trying to bust people's ass like that. If it's a high scoring game, it's a high scoring game, and they'll get there. But if they're in control, they don't give a damn about, you know what I mean, letting the running backs run it all game long and just getting out of there. Like you said, it's more like this is a game of nutrition, and like they got really big goals. So it's more important for them to get a win and get the hell out of there than it is for them to show out like what Detroit did the other day.
Well, they love to do that. And that's the difference, which the Bills, say what you want before Josh Allen got there. I mean, they did go to 4 Super Bowls in a row back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the Bills have had certain teams. This Lions team has been a disaster for a while, and I think it's just a part of the Dan Campbell package. You got a guy that he wants to embarrass the other team. Like, that's at a certain point, you just have to say what it is. I don't mind it, and this is why it's funny. I had somebody in my fantasy league. They scooped up Jake Bates, the Lions kicker, in the 12th round, and I noticed Jake Bates was going early a bunch of the times, and I was like, why is this happening? Like, and to see that game just now where they're not kicking field goals and they're just going for it while they're up, how, like, you got to have buyer's remorse. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I don't even know what my fantasy fantasy league mates be doing.
This nigga 0 dark 30. This nigga lives. So when Austin is doing his homework and he's doing his research, he has like a little hut at the side of his crib, tiny, kind of like a man cave, and he just locks in, nigga. You know what I mean? There's nothing else there. The phone is outside the hut. No bitches hitting him up. No food. He's fasting. He's drinking straight water. He's praying. And saying he's not playing around.
I'm trying to focus. I'm doing good right now. So we hoping we can stay healthy and think everything will work itself out in a good way. But you know, always got to be prepared for once the injury bug starts to hit.
And it's already hit for a bunch of teams, man. I mean, Vikings, Bengals. Wait, didn't you take that game? What'd you like? I like the Vikings to cover that.
No, I like the Bengals.
We'll see. We'll see. I think the Vikings are going to cover that. We can make as many jokes about Carson Wentz, but I think J.J. McCarthy, he showed us one good quarter of good quarterback play.
Yeah,
but we'll see.
Sometimes it's not about like it ain't about the like it's not always about just.
But that Vikings defense is crazy, my boy.
And they just got 145 yards ran on. Well, actually, 200 and something yards ran. You know what I'm saying? So
Chase Brown going to do that. Like, here's my thing. Even if a defense doesn't perform well, I'm not going to bank on the rollover of them not performing well if they're a good defense. They got a good defense. So
I think that Jamar Chase and Cincinnati they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. I got Jay Jettas. I was just arguing on the timeline about who I think the better wide receiver is or who the best is in the league. But, you know, all LSU. Have we talked about that, by the way? How the top, 5 receivers or LSU receivers born in LSU? I told you. LSU.
You did not tell me, bro. Please, you always say that. You like saying that's your new word. I don't know where you get that from.
What you talking about?
But it's like, no, bro. Yes, I am aware that there are a lot of good wide receivers from LSU.
No. It's not just.
CeeDee Lamb is from Louisiana.
Exactly. So he's from Louisiana, but he was born there. That's what I mean.
Mm-hmm. I know, but bro, I'm very, very aware of this. I've been aware of this for about 3 or 4 years now.
I told you about this, though. I told you. These niggas are born in LSU. These niggas are born in Louisiana too. Even Odell.
CeeDee Lamb was my favorite wide receiver, even when he was at Oklahoma. So that's when that was why I was so geeked up when he fell to 17th. I was like, bet we lit.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's like if we got Jalen Waddle like I wanted.
Right. Yeah. So it's like, I'm aware of the Louisiana.
But it's not just CeeDee Lamb didn't go to LSU, so it hits different.
I said the Louisiana boys lineage.
But it hits different.
Jack Bech was at LSU.
That's cool, but he don't count.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, there's a bunch of they doing their thing out there.
Yeah, but bro, to be born, raised, and then it's like they have a factory. So I told you, this is what I mean when I say I told you. I told you I'm gonna go to Louisiana and impregnate some thick shit. Because then I'm gonna have a wide receiver. Didn't I tell you that?
Did not tell me that. This is news to me.
Oh, for real?
News to me.
Does it sound like a good idea?
But no, they play football. They play some football out there. So, it'll work itself out.
They manufacture or they set up there's a wide receiver factory over there, bro. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Odell. Did I say CeeDee Lamb already? Keyshawn Butte. That's OD, bro. That's why they're always going to be wide receiver youths. Never going to be Ohio State because
Ohio State is coming, though, dog.
Listen,
I'm just saying, because I got no dog in the fight. This is the thing that you hold on to. But if you look at the roster, Ohio State is on their way.
Look, Ibuka he's making a good case. He might be the best out of the most recent ones.
J.S. Sims from Ohio State.
Yeah, I know, but those might be
like Jeremiah Smith is literally Julio Jones reincarnated. And then they also have number 17. I want to say his name's Cornell Tate, who is going to be a Tennessee Titan. Like he don't even got to worry about it. Like he can already get his mom's a crib in Tennessee because that's.
Is that an early prediction? Okay.
Yeah. So
okay. All right. I mean, you can say they're coming, but LSU still producing niggas over there too. Maybe it's not on Jeremiah Smith's level, but it's not on his level.
It's about the. They've had a nice. I'd go as far as to say that they've had a nice decade run. Like LSU has had decade run.
Austin, here's the thing: they would have to eclipse Chase, Lamb. Like nigga, that's top 5. Chase, Lamb, Jefferson, Malik Neighbors. If he keeps this up, he's solidified top 5. So the top 4 to me, if Malik Neighbors keeps this up, would be Jefferson, Chase, Lamb, Neighbors. They would who are they eclipsing? That's my thing. Where I'm like, that's wide receiver you.
We'll see. But
JSN, he's not even in those combos.
Right, but hey, I like him, and I'm sure.
I like him too.
Seattle's happy to have him. So
I'm sure they're happy to have him. But if the Cowboys in a straight up trade land for JSN, how you feeling?
We can make it work.
Make it work, man. Niggas well, then again, you just experienced the Michael trade.
Right. Yeah. Like I don't have a Michael Parsons, I have a Frank Clark. So it's just like gotta make it work. Like this is the team now. We gotta still go win.
Hey man. You're funny, bro. You geek me, man. You geek me. But yeah, matter of fact, like subscribe, all that. We'll be back Friday or Saturday. We're going to talk about Friday or Saturday. We'll be back with the games of the week and whatnot. But those are our 3 picks. Talked about all that. Thursday night football should be a blowout. If it's not, you never know. It's a divisional Thursday night game. But